going live in 15, 14, 13, now 12.
Yeah,
going,
we live, baby.
And live. Times two, $1 is here.
That's
Did you
6
put it
seconds.
in the Discord?
Yes, I did. It's in the Discord.
Dylan did.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Or the one viewer right now.
Yeah, I only got one viewer right now.
Yeah,
What's
this is today's Wednesday Live. We got it together. We got the Dimes a Dollar podcast. What's going on, man? Do you like the music? Tell us if it's too loud, too quiet. We'll adjust that to your liking. But here we go. So Levi and I just got off of What If. I say we get that out of the way first, and then we can get into the juicy Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen What If, spoilers for the 4th episode. Yeah.
I'm
good
sad,
now.
man.
God damn.
It was dark.
Getting good now.
It's always been good.
What's up,
But
Aiden?
Nope, the first
What's up,
two
Mug?
I did not like.
You're insane, Johnny. The first
Well,
one.
this is the evil Doctor Strange one, which in the
liked
trailers
last
was like,
week.
whatever,
This
you know
week
what,
was good.
Doctor Strange but evil. But this was like, this is my favorite one so far.
No, this is.
I
it
thought-
was good, but I don't want to watch this again.
No, I know it was
Like
it
I'm
was
not like
bad.
I will watch that T'Challa Star-Lord one again or the
Yeah.
Hank Pym one all day, every day. Those were fun. This was
Yeah.
just it was just sad,
it was
dude. I
brutal.
don't-
It was brutal. It was like, I don't know, just like, I don't know. It was just the animation. First of all, like all the visuals were amazing, especially
Really
when he's
good.
like taking up all
It
the
was
like
the-
they were
I'm
like
I'm
better
glad
than
they
the other
utilized
episodes.
the
like you could see the 2D at times, which I
hand
thought,
Hand-drawn,
for,
yeah,
like,
it
cool
felt more
magic.
hand-drawn.
which mixed well.
Oh.
Oh, Dimes wants to do a lot. All right, we can talk about other
Well,
things.
Johnny, how about you talk about where you are right now? How about that?
I'm at college.
Also,
Johnny's
you're a
at
little low.
college.
You're a little low.
Little filmmaker.
I'm at
Yeah,
college.
He's got the background
Yeah.
noise, so he had to
I'll
kind of
turn
turn
up a
the.
little bit.
Yeah.
Tell me if this-
Gotcha. Well, how is it? How
I'm
was
at- I am
did
at
you move in today?
college. Sunday I moved in.
Sunday.
Now I'm here.
There
So-
it is.
You don't
My
seem
background's
you don't, you
My
don't seem
background's
Background's
a
a
too
dream.
little different.
you don't seem too happy about it.
I'm trying to be. I'm not trying to.
Because
be
he just
too
got
funny.
off class and he remembered what school was like.
No,
How's-
I like my classes. They're very good. So. which is a first for me to say. So
Yeah, was it?
Right.
So it was in person. That's exciting.
Good stuff.
It was.
yes.
Yep.
I don't
Yes.
think people want to hear about my college experience.
I
think
am.
people wanna
Listen, they're
hear about-
interested in us. I feel like. I don't
I
know.
guess.
I was
Alright.
excited.
We'll
It's-
get
I
into the.
guess.
So Levi, you're the only one that knows anything about what's going on with Qi'ra and that realm of
Well,
Star Wars.
Yeah,
Well,
I've not had time
firstly-
to look up anything.
I mean, let's just talk about you. So you watched Solo
Yes.
yesterday, right?
Pretty recently, yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
You
I
did?
mean, I watched most of it. Yeah, I did
How
have
was
to
that?
go. It was. I mean, I always have liked Solo, and it was just as good as I remembered.
fine.
It's
It's
like
fine.
every time. I mean, this is with
I'll
any
fight
movie,
you,
but
Johnny.
you
Oh,
know,
I
you
know.
go back and you
I know
watch a
what you're
movie and
talking
you
about.
pick all the little things that you didn't really remember, and it's just all the. There's so that movie's so quotable, and no one like
It is.
quotes it enough.
I
You
quote
know. Yeah, but it
I don't
it's
like
a solid movie. I
don't
love
agree with
Alden.
it, but I
but it was
accept it.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I wanted to bring up.
I love that line.
Oh
Aw,
yeah.
Shout out
thank you,
to
thank you.
Levi
Levi won the
for
trivia.
winning the Dyad Trivia Rush contest or trivia.
Oh,
Yay.
yeah. He did very
Big
Excited.
good.
shout to not maybe friend of the show in a little bit, Element 7 and friend of the show Darth Chaco
Friend of
for
the show.
having Levi on. And Levi, do you want to talk about what you won?
Well, I will be on the show, their show, Diet in the Force,
Right.
this coming Saturday.
Okay.
Which is exciting. So check that
Exciting.
out. 5 p.m.
That
PST.
too.
But I won a custom lightsaber from Level Up Lightsabers, which I still have to pick out which one I want. But it's pretty exciting.
He gets to
No,
pick
it's-
the
oh, you get
hilt.
to pick. That's crazy.
And he's got what do you got? Soundboards in it. You got every color.
He got
You
comes with
got-
soundboards and stuff.
It makes noises. It
It's
makes
the whole
noises,
thing. All
and
right.
It
Mine
lights up.
doesn't.
It's got colors.
No.
Somewhere, but
It's pretty
It's
mine,
just
mine
like
just
the- he
mine's
gets
just
like
a
a
big
premiere-
LED.
The big LED.
Like the
The big LED is
big
no.
LED. No,
But
he
yeah.
gets like the full package. Sick.
The full package. That's all. Hey, finally, the Star Wars knowledge is paid off.
Finally.
Mm.
And now
And you get
now
more
it's like
Star Wars
official,
stuff.
guys. I actually do know something about stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's not
Yeah.
just like
Hey, I
Shout out
just wanna-
Sawyerism. Came in second
place. However, in that, so to circle back around, I got a lot of
Wait, can
solo
I- oh.
questions. Oh,
Sorry.
full
Sorry.
full dorm, exposed. Johnny
Oh,
exposed.
sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Go for it, Levi. What were you
In
saying?
the in that, I got a lot of solo questions because solo, and I just so happened Solo
Yeah.
is one of my favorite SW films, and so I know a lot of solo
Okay.
knowledge. What do you? Okay.
To say Star Wars.
Okay.
SW.
SW. You
SW.
gotta
The
breathe. That's what the
slugs.
cool kids are doing. They
Yeah, cool kids,
abbreviate.
babe.
Okay.
SW.
BRB.
But like, so what did you think of it, man? I'm excited.
Dude, I don't
Because
like.
Johnny and I have been planning on watching Solo for, I swear to
Right.
God, like 6 months.
Well, it was just.
Like,
It was
this weekend
actually.
if
I
you want.
watched Solo and Rogue One because they're both always on TV because they're probably the cheap Star Wars movies to put on cable. It was on TNT. So
is that a hot take?
No, I
well,
think that's
I mean,
probably
they're-
accurate.
Yeah, because they
Maybe
didn't.
accurate.
Yeah, but
They're not one of the 9. Okay.
But yes, I watched Rogue One and then Solo back to back. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish Solo, but I know how it ends. I've seen it enough times. Still love it. It's still great. It still deserves a second movie. And Alden
Ending
as
is the
Han
best
just
one.
gets better every time you watch it. I
Right?
think.
You sure
like,
about
it's-
that?
He's so good.
I am sure about that.
Johnny,
When
what
I
are you
first-
throwing? Why are you casting down
the
on this?
shade. The like I don't know.
My
It's just
opinion on it.
you hit the nail on the head, Levi, when you say that he embodies Han so
embodies the
well,
character.
and like the mannerisms. It's like sure the face isn't perfect, and it was never
He does
going to be.
because that Shamook video really helped with that.
Ex-
though.
yeah, with visualizing
Like,
how it could be.
yeah.
But just like everything, like you really get.
Speaking of that,
It's like that is young Han right there. Every time he speaks, it's like that is something Han would say if he was a little more optimistic and a little less scruffy looking. So
Yeah.
It's so, like I love in the beginning when he's talking to Lady Proxima. She's like, "Well, did you get anything?" He's like, "Well, my life," and I think that's pretty good. You know, like
yeah.
the way he just is talking about everything, it's great. I think it's great. I'm a big fan.
should we talk about the book of have we ever talked about the book of Boba Fett stuff on stream? I don't remember. Did we talk
Yeah.
about it last week? No, because it was
We talked
We
about it on the podcast.
we did.
Right.
Oh, it's right. we did
Yeah.
it.
Johnny, what is
Yeah,
up with
yeah.
it? Johnny's like,
Johnny's
Johnny's having a
having
long day.
I've had a week, so I'm trying to remember what
Yeah.
we did.
Right.
Okay.
So where'd you get
Yeah.
to before you had to leave?
Solo. Literally right up in before Qi'ra versus Maul. So I pretty much saw the whole thing.
Versus
And-
Maul.
Yeah. Well, no, sorry.
What?
Qi'ra versus Dryden. Then
Yeah.
she talks.
That
to
Qi'ra versus,
Sorry, you saw what movie?
which I mean, we
Yeah,
might
right.
get that pretty soon here.
Exactly,
In
that's-
comic book form. But and I'll talk about that in a second. But that fight between Qi'ra, Han, and Dryden is like one of my favorite things.
It's
Like
and
the way it's
that,
shot, like, you know
Dryden.
that so if you watch through the fight, you know that overhead shot where he's like swinging at Han.
yes.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
It's
It's so
beautiful. It's
good.
amazing.
And they're both
And-
That
behind
fight scene is
the
cool.
they're both behind the like the two like Dryden's like, now's the goodest time as any, Han, to reevaluate our relationship. Han's
Paul
like,
Bettany
yeah.
was perfect.
Han's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you go first.
This is true. This is true.
It's
I
so
already
great.
highlighted it.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
You guys
And
are getting better at
it's
that.
like I remember the first time I saw the movie, it like I had no idea what was going on because it takes like 8 million different turns at the end there. It's like, well, this is actually a ruse of this, and this they were tricking them, and it's just like it was crazy. But like now that I get it, I mean I've gotten it for a while, but again, just watching it now, I was like, yes, I know exactly what's going on, and it works so well. Great movie.
Beckett, I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the lines. It's just such a good movie. I love it. John Kasdan
And also,
and Lawrence Kasdan like that is the closest thing you can get to George Lucas Star Wars again. Because
Yeah.
that's the Kasdans. I
they
mean,
made Han, didn't
they
they?
made
Or-
Han
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Empire Strikes Back. Like
Definitely.
those are John did, or Lawrence,
Right.
excuse me.
Lawrence,
John
yeah,
is
yeah,
his
yeah.
son. Like they know Han Solo. They wrote Indiana Jones. Like these aren't just like.
Mm.
That's why I don't get the hate around that movie. Like this, that the angle, because it's all about. I don't care if Disney's name is on it. It's the fucking Kasdan. Excuse me.
Right.
Like
I mean, they came in
are-
and
what
rewrote
now?
most of it,
They
right?
are quintessential Star Wars. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
It's-
they're the OGs. And do you know what?
No, I don't.
do you know
think
what I'm
anybody-
actually-
Do people disagree about that? Because
yes,
that doesn't.
No,
it's
people hate
just
clown.
actually.
Dude,
It's
people
not even like
clown
an
Han Solo,
opinionated
man.
thing because that's like just fact.
Well, I
People
mean,
don't
a lot
really
of people
know.
don't do their research. I mean, they don't
Yeah.
care. Like it's just Disney's
So-
name.
And
on it,
also,
on it.
not all people. Solo is still a movie that a lot of Star Wars fans just haven't seen.
Right.
Casual Star Wars fans.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
like Star Wars. They're like, I haven't seen.
I
that
mean, they did screw up with the summer release, so that's
Yo,
Yo,
Denny's-
yeah,
I
everything, yeah, everything around the marketing and everything. We talked about this, but it's horrible.
I know.
But
we
I
talked
wanted to
about it.
talk
Well,
about.
didn't they have the Denny's promotion
yeah,
or
Levi was
IHOP
Denny's.
promotion?
Yeah, it's Denny's.
But you know the scene
Awesome.
which I didn't like at first, which has like grown on me, is the Imperial like guy giving him the name Solo. It's like it's
Nope.
kind of cool that he like goes his whole
Because
life.
Han wouldn't care. Han just
Exactly,
wouldn't.
yeah.
Like he's the kind of guy to be
I don't
like.
know, man.
It's like
Han
so
Solo.
in his character to be like, literally, I don't care. I am just trying to hustle.
But also the fact that he takes the name that the Empire gave
Yeah.
him throughout his whole life, and then like
turns it
fights
into
the
his own
Empire.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
legit,
right.
man.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Okay.
I mean, it's not. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have wrote it that way. But there's a lot of
But the
things.
Kasdans wrote it, which is why I like it.
Exactly,
Because I'm like,
right,
they know
yeah.
Han Solo better than anybody.
I'm not
Right.
disagreeing. Yeah. Well,
That's why I trust
Okay.
it. That's why okay,
Right.
yeah, that's the
Well,
thing, Johnny.
I'll have
People
to give
go,
it a rewatch.
why did we need to see the movie? It's not Han Solo. But my the counterpoint is always like, Lawrence Kasdan knows Han Solo better than literally any other human being on the planet. So like, and especially Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah, I guess.
So I don't know. I think he captures the vibe personally.
So Levi, I'd like to just state in a matter of 10 minutes less. So Dimes a Dollar uncanceled you. But then he recanceled you.
I was canceled again
because you cursed on stream.
I did. I'm sorry. I get heated about Solo. I'm sorry if someone's watching this back. And Gray, especially, I know you don't like when we curse, but I get so heated about.
We're allowed to get upset about trivial stuff.
I think it's such an underrated film. That's all.
It is definitely that. I mean, yeah. That and Rogue One are literally probably the most underrated Star Wars films.
And as a Solo
makes
fan,
sense because
we eating good. Because hot damn.
Tell us about it.
Johnny.
Solo 2 might be real. Solo 2 might be real.
It certainly seems like it. So
all right. So for those who don't know, explain the situation.
Well,
all right.
So
because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what you're talking.
I have no idea. So
well, as you guys may know, in the comic books right now, set between Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back, Qi'ra has returned. Obviously, a main character from Solo.
What?
No. And she's taken Crimson Dawn back into prominence. And there's going to be this Crimson Reign comic, and like Crimson Dawn's going to be a whole thing. And they talked about Maul in the last issue, and Vader like recognized Maul's fighting style. It was pretty sweet. But now in the preview for next week, because it is Wednesday, so it's New Comic Book Day, and you get the previews for next week, we get a little bit more about like her plan. Well, yeah. And I don't know if you remember this, Dylan, but in like Dryden Voss's office, do you know how there's a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff, but there's like that triangle. It's like a big Sith holocron.
Yeah.
Or it looks like that
with the Mando armor and the Knights of Ren staff thing.
So it's been revealed that she's like using. I don't know. Like she might be Maul. She has it essentially. So that this Sith holocron
and
that's sitting in
that
Dryden
is a Sith
office,
holocron.
It's a reconstructed Sith holocron. It's not like an original, but it's something to do with the Sith. And she is using it for some nefarious means, and I am just very excited to see what it is. But it was revealed that like they're bringing back another plot point from Solo, of like the stuff in Dryden Voss's office actually means something. Like that's been a thing in the comic, is like heads of Crimson Dawn are known to be collectors. Like they're bringing back all that stuff, and like she has they're called Kyozo Pitars. That was one of the trivia questions in my brain. But like she has those things like mounted and framed, which I think is really cool.
Yeah,
and so she has a lot of that stuff.
Dude, I mean, I'm thinking either Solo 2 or Qi'ra just back on live action could be legit, man. With all the Boba news we're getting.
I mean, like,
if she lives past Return of the Jedi, she would totally show up.
She would be in Book of Boba, and Boba would, because she's on like the wrong side of Boba right now. Like Boba has been seriously screwed over by Qi'ra. So what if Qi'ra is on like Boba's kill list?
Yeah.
I'm coming for you.
I'm hoping she doesn't face down with Vader and then somehow like wins. I doubt that
she faced down with Vader and loses. She doesn't.
Right.
It already happened. She gets away because Luke
Right.
showed up, and Vader cares.
Oh, got it.
And he's like, he senses Luke.
Okay.
But no, yeah, that's so. Qi'ra was.
That works. Yeah.
It was revealed that Qi'ra, or she's revealing through the comic, for Charles Soule, is that Maul trained Qi'ra before she betrayed him and took over, because she like alludes to the fact that she's fought Sith Lords before.
But she doesn't have a saber though.
No, she has.
But you can still
she has these sweet like katana, electro katana things. But they can turn into a staff, just like Darth Maul.
That's sick.
And I'm like,
that's cool.
Because he trained her. I mean, it makes sense. Like
Right.
he fights with one hand, and he also fights with the staff sometimes. So it's like saber staff. So it's
Bro, is Qi'ra back, man? Is Qi'ra back? Like, are we about to see Qi'ra in Book of Boba Fett?
Do you think she's gonna make it past War of the Bounty Hunters though?
I mean, we know she makes it past
see.
War of the Bounty Hunters because she has Crimson Reign. because it's
Like
a
the
Qi'ra
comic.
trilogy.
Oh,
They
'cause-
announced
Right.
they announced a Qi'ra trilogy of comics. So I
We'll have to see
certainly
what they
hope
did.
that she wouldn't die in the
When does
first.
Crimson Reign? Is that after? No,
It's
that's
all gonna
before.
run up right before Return of the
Return
Jedi.
of the
But like, but
Jedi.
you have characters like Ren coming in, who's the guy who
Right.
trained Kylo Ren,
He's
like,
from the Rise of yeah, right.
and the Knights of Ren coming into this. Like, so
Mm.
I don't know what the hell they're gonna. I'm super excited for it.
So Qi'ra is like working with Leia and Luke, or they at least have met.
No, not yet.
Oh,
They
Leia.
will meet
Oh,
soon.
okay.
Because we
So
know
Do you
that's going
think
to happen.
that-
But they're
Do you
against
think
each
she's
other.
gonna see Han again, or do you think that maybe Luke and Leia would probably tell Han about Qi'ra, or do they even know that they have a connection? Like with that, I guess
So
you don't know because
Lando-
it hasn't happened yet.
So Lando has told Leia about Qi'ra in just this last issue.
Oh, cool. Okay.
They're all at the auction, and Leia's like, "Who the hell is that?" And he's like, "She's someone from
See,
our past."
I don't see why they would have Qi'ra in the first season if the comic run isn't over and done with yet.
Well, it will be done by
Yeah,
It'll
by
be
the
done
time.
by the
Yeah.
in the show.
That's
by
why
the
it's like
whole
adding up.
trilogy?
not the whole
Like,
trilogy, but at
Right.
least Crimson Reign will have been out, and so
Okay.
I
So you
think
do
they
That
can
is
set it
true,
up
yeah.
before
Like
then.
that's a likely thing then.
I don't know if it's likely, man.
I mean, that was me saying that.
I would say like maybe season 2.
A Dimes to a Dollar.
Yeah,
I wanna,
season 2 maybe. Like, imagine an after
Yeah.
credit for the last
I want
episode.
to. I want to read
Yeah,
this
something like that.
in a second here, but Aiden actually has read the stuff, so I'm gonna interact with Aiden because that's why he comes here, because I appreciate it. So yeah, in the
Thank you,
comic,
Aiden. Love to see it.
like Luke, like he's not confident in himself that he can face Vader again because he's still rattled after Empire Strikes Back, and but he wants to. I think what is a really neat thing though is he is confident in fighting Vader in Starfighter combat. He was like, "Come and get me!" Like he's like, "I'm not gonna go to you,"
wow,
but he's in an X-wing, and he's like, "I'll kick your ass." And so,
that's interesting.
but you know, Vader being his dad, also badass pilot. So I wonder if they're gonna do a Starfighter battle next issue. I'd be super hyped because Vader says, "Prepare my Starfighter," which would be cool. But I don't know, just really cool.
What I like that these comics are kind of doing which is like some people's issue with Rey or even Luke, and which not yet, but it will almost kind of segue us into our next thing. Is that it's just kind of showing Luke like becoming a Jedi actually, and like training. It's like not all his training was with Yoda on Dagobah, like he did his own stuff, which you don't really think about until you see these comics. So
And
that's
speaking
cool
of
stuff.
Luke in that time, Dimes to a Dollar was talking about. Yeah, I mentioned this in my review for episode 9 back when it came out. That yeah, just that little line that Luke and Lando were like off doing stuff, hunting Ochi.
Yeah,
Whole new can of worms there.
I want to see that one day. That'd be really cool.
It would be sick, especially now that we have a little bit more character development for Ochi, and he is like one of my favorite comedic heels in Star Wars, just period.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would.
That
so love to
whole
see that.
plot line with him and Lando is literally my answer to people that are like, why didn't Anakin tell Luke about
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure
Exegol?
he did.
Like he probably did, and that's why they went searching for it.
They were like that's in the movie that they were.
I mean,
Searching.
Vader didn't really know where it was, right? He was just like, yeah, there's Exegol, it's a place, so you need the Wayfinder.
He didn't even have a Wayfinder at that point. Well, he did, but he had like a Spirit Quest journey.
Right. But like he wouldn't be able to explain to Luke like, hey, this is where all this
No.
is going down. And then I'm sure Luke was like, you know what, we can't find it. I saw the Emperor die. There's no way that like he's coming back.
Well, I think in my head canon right now, until there's something that comes up, it's not. It's more that he needed to train Ben and get on
that
with the
too.
temple.
Yeah.
That came up, and he's like,
He had
well, I
priorities.
can't be running around chasing ghosts from 15 years ago. Like, I
Right,
need
which
to
might not
focus on
even
my
be like a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
the way-
just
that's
like
the way
to.
Yeah.
I have a cancel Levi card, so I will be pulling that out. Maybe this stream, maybe I'll save it for the next couple streams. But thank you for that, Dimes a Dollar. We all need a cancel Levi card every now and then.
Yeah, sometimes I get out of line.
Mm.
It's true.
Yeah, so you were talking about a segue there with Luke. So yeah, the Luke versus Ahsoka thing has really been going around.
It has,
Yeah,
and it's
I want
like
to hear where
I
you
don't-
guys fall. I haven't
I
talked to
don't-
you guys about this.
so.
don't
I want
really
to get the
get
actual
the
quote and
situation,
see
though.
where people. All right, I'll find the quote. Dave,
I
just
think
keep
it's like
talking.
kind of a like are people? Yeah,
There are people
I
upset
think
about this
I think it's a odd argument, but
I'm
for
Team
whatever
Ahsoka.
reason.
I am Team Ahsoka.
All right. Here's the quote. All right. We had a whole discussion about it would be very easy to make Luke so over the top skilled, but I was like, you know what's interesting? He had training, but I don't know who's been teaching him sword fighting lately. So he had to have a style that was better than what we saw in Jedi, but fundamentally still in the same tree of sword fighting technique. And his technique
Right.
and Ahsoka's technique should be very different. Technically, she's had vastly more training than he ever has. She's actually a senior, which is difficult for people to remember because of when these characters were created. So somehow people would like, I don't know. That means that Ahsoka will always be better.
Is quite silly. I don't really know
It
why.
is, yeah.
Well, I think the number one
Here.
thing to this is that power
Yeah,
leveling in
it's
Star
stupid.
Wars
Thank you, Aiden.
should not be a thing, and there's no power level. And I think
Right.
that's
There's your answer right
insane.
there.
Well, the
from
way I
Aiden.
see it is, I mean, one, Luke is like, that is not the peak of his power level. I mean, Ahsoka's getting up there in age, you know? Like he says, she's that much more experienced.
It's
than
in the
him.
words of Han Solo.
just-
I just think that's not how the Force works. You know, like
Yeah.
power leveling is only ever relevant to creators when they're writing the stories to make sure, like, with this character, like that is the only, like, in the universe of Star Wars. I just don't think it matters. Like, this
Right.
is not how it matters.
Well, okay, but I mean, to some people it does, you know? And if they were to fight, who do you see
Okay,
winning?
but that's
Like, at this
Okay.
point in time in
So, like, a fun hypothetical what if.
Exactly.
Well, no, I just like like comparing, like, well, is Starkiller like 10 times powerful than Vader, and how does that relate to
Right.
like Anakin's? Like, they're not like Dragon Ball Z characters, you know?
Right,
Like, where
right.
they don't have like
They
the
live-
power of my like. I don't think
Mhm.
that's. I think it's a little bit different than that. I think it's way more ambiguous, and I like that about
Mhm.
Star Wars. Is that
Right.
it's just a lot of these characters' actions it flows through the Force. Like, there is an all powerful energy field that's like it affects things.
Right.
But if Luke or Ahsoka were to duel, which I don't think they would,
Right.
obviously,
Well,
for obvious
again,
reasons.
it's like a what if. Like, their brains are hardwired to kill each other for whatever reason. Everything else is
Wow.
the same.
I don't know. I think that'd be really tough.
It would be. It's like Ahsoka's definitely the better duelist, but when it comes to just like being
Well,
with the
okay.
Force, you know,
Let me clarify my thoughts about the power level thing again, because if you watch Ahsoka when she's like 40 fight the Magistrate on in chapter 13,
right.
but
Mhm.
Ahsoka has also fought when she was like 13, General Grievous and Asajj Ventress.
Right, yeah,
But-
and
but-
had like
but
fought
if
them
you-
well.
But if you had Grievous versus the Magistrate, Grievous would beat the Magistrate. But like that's just you.
Mm.
Once you start going too far into it, like the way these fights work and the way the power level works is purely just a creative thing, and you can't think about it too
Situational.
much
Yeah,
because
Right.
it just doesn't make any sense. Like you can't
Yes,
think about it
but
like
also this
You know
is
how
a
many-
world
how
that
many
like we can go
weird-
into any.
that. You know how many weird like randos in the Clone Wars held their own against Anakin, the Chosen One,
Yeah,
for like
it's
a few
true, it's
minutes?
true.
Like it doesn't like you can't.
Yeah, I don't understand this power level debate. It's never been a thing in Star Wars, and I don't know why people are trying
I mean,
to
I
create it.
get it though. It's like it's. I'm not saying it should be a debate, but I'm saying like for me, anyways, it is a point of interest with certain characters, just because like.
Oh, it's certainly interesting. I'm just.
I mean,
I don't
this
think
is a
people
world
are
where we
mad
can
about
just
that.
like pick. We can literally look anywhere and be like, and find some history in it. So like, shouldn't there be characters that are more power that should always
yeah.
win against other characters and stuff like that? And I mean, unless there's like
Well,
specific...
like the Palpatine thing. Like Palpatine is more powerful than like all the other characters in the show. But
right
or the show, the universe.
movie. Yep, universe.
Whatever. But by the nature of the dark side, it does not matter how, like, the whole point of the dark side is that we just watched with the Doctor. Well, yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah, careful.
The nature of these writing.
Thank you very
devices
much.
Thanks, Dom. It's a dollar. It
and
means a lot,
the-
man. We
and the-
appreciate you
and-
having you
and
here.
evil characters is that their own seeking of power will ultimately destroy them. It doesn't matter
Right.
if it's like 1,000,000 or 100 on the power level scale. Like that's just the cycle of this mythical storytelling. Like within
Right.
Palpatine and Rey. Like I don't know. I don't care how many million gigawatts of energy that Palpatine was
it's like-
shooting out of his hands there. I don't care like
Well,
how many
Right.
Jedi were inside Rey helping Rey with
Well,
the Force. Like
Wasn't it
doesn't
early
matter.
in Star Wars where like when like Lucas was first coming up with it, like he did have like an idea to do like power levels, and like he
Well,
assigned
midichlorians,
like power
baby.
levels to like, no, not midichlorians, but way like this was before A New Hope came out.
Oh, was it?
I could be making that up. But I thought
Maybe.
there was
That is
power
some
levels.
Dragon
The only
Ball, like-
time I've heard George
That's from a
read
book. I think.
rather George
Yeah.
talk about power levels around Revenge of the Sith in
Oh,
reference
okay,
to
that might have been it.
Anakin,
That might have been it. That might have been it.
and like that's the one thing is like
That might
because
have
he's
been it.
kicking all the Jedi's ass, but like you see Mace Windu
Mm.
be like it's
He
mainly
gave
around the Mace
specific
Palpatine.
numbers. he gave specific numbers to the characters. I'll have to look it up, but anyways, it's just
Yeah.
something I
Well,
thought of.
just like
So my point was that it's not really a thing.
right, it's not.
Yeah.
But it's just like if Babu Frick beat Palpatine, that would make me upset personally. And so like I can
like
understand where
It's like
Really?
Ant-Man
I know-
and Thanos.
Really?
I know that's a
Yeah.
complete like it's totally different scenario than like a
Yeah,
kinda
you're right.
saw we
But
kinda
it's like,
saw
you know what I
Ant-Man
mean,
versus
right?
Thanos. I mean, not Ant-Man. Well, I guess Ant-Man versus Thanos in that whatever.
I see what you're
episode,
saying.
so,
Whatever. Yes. Dylan.
Right.
Yeah. Yellow
And
Jacket.
well, I mean, it
was
just
all-
kind of ended my point where it's like I can see like I don't see why people are upset about what he said because one, Dave never said that like Ahsoka would beat Luke. I mean, he just was like she literally has more experience than him. Like Luke's not even at his peak at that moment. He's just like what? How many years after Jedi is it? 5.
5.
Fine,
So it's
yeah.
like he's still learning the ropes.
This is what I agree with. I agree with Mug.
Yes.
balanced.
Yeah, exactly.
It would
Yeah,
come down
exactly.
to his,
Right. Strip away the Force. Ahsoka beats him any day. I mean,
in
she's
terms of
just, like,
saber skill, yeah, absolutely.
saber skill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But Luke, is probably more powerful in the Force than her.
Definitely. I
Right,
mean,
yeah.
But
That-
it's like, it's whatever. Also, the way, and I want to get more to the fun part of it, which is talking like who would win, how would the fight go, but just
Right.
like the way the Force works and like, do you have to concentrate to
That's
use the
not how
Force?
the
Like when,
Force
Exactly,
when can
right.
you use it? Like
it's like why
Can you
can't
just,
they
like-
just force choke each
can
other?
you just
like,
force choke each other?
yeah.
Like there's like
Yeah.
there's sometimes you just can't like not
Right.
having rules and numbers set to it sometimes makes it less fun for me personally.
it
I
makes
like
it
it to be.
Very much
Mate.
less fun.
Right. Well,
So-
Stan Lee once answered this question pretty well. I don't know
We
if
saw,
you've seen that
I saw
video.
that clip.
Yeah, but he's
Like,
just
who
like,
are the
what?
writers want?
he's like, yeah,
Oh,
he
what'd he say?
basically, yeah, he's just like, who would win between these two characters? Like, whoever the story writer wants to win. These are
He
fictional
answered Luke
characters.
versus Ahsoka.
No. He
Yeah,
it's-
Stan Lee.
It's,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
it was
say.
in his.
Kinda
It
cool.
was just like I think
He was
someone
talking about
compared
Wanda
Spider-Man and-
versus Strange. And
Oh, Wanda versus
was
Strange.
that what
yeah.
came up?
Mm.
Yeah.
And he said
Oh, sorry,
whoever
I
the
just-
writers
It's like
want to
he
win.
literally was like, if I was writing that story, it would be whoever I want. It's like
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Right. It's just, I mean, these are, especially Ahsoka and Luke, are two characters that people have very, very emotional connections to. I mean, especially Luke. Like, they
Okay.
make people mad. People
Here's
get
the thing,
mad,
though.
you know?
Let's take it on the power
Doesn't-
level thing. Let's take for a second. Let's just accept that logic.
Yeah.
I think Ahsoka holds her own against frickin' Darth Vader in Rebels season 2. So if we go on that alone, I think she would kick Luke's ass.
I think Luke beats Vader in
But she-
Return of the Jedi.
But
Yeah, but
it's
that's
a
a
whole
different
that's a
Vader.
whole different situation.
That's a
Yeah,
whole
I mean,
different
I know, like in canon, Vader is like getting real decrepit at that point, and also like he's fighting his son.
It's not
you
that
know?
he's decrepit.
Not
It's that he's
decrepit, he's
depressed.
bogged down. into
Depressed,
Yeah.
but isn't he like
he's
getting old?
He's in a
Isn't he,
robotic
like,
suit.
He's like 44.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's depressed.
Rebels, he'd
But
be
he's
like
also,
40.
like he looks like
Yeah.
he's been
I just-
aging even more because he's trapped in this like god
Just-
awful
his hell suit.
torture
Here's the
device.
thing, and I know I'm bringing up exactly what we just like talked about, how it's stupid. But you
If
see,
you say
Luke...
power level, I'm gonna
no.
kick you
You
off.
see-
the
No,
show.
I'm saying let's accept the power level logic.
Right,
just for-
exactly. Okay.
Okay,
So you see
whatever.
Ahsoka versus Mando, right? She obviously beats him pretty bad,
Badass,
but like
which is a
it's
badass,
somewhat
like,
of a
fight
it's an
Right.
awesome fight, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But then like you see
So-
Luke versus these Dark Troopers, and that's like way more powerful than one Mando, and you see it in that episode, and he cuts through. Like it's not even an issue for
Yeah,
him.
but that goes back to what Ahsoka like. You could
It's
then start
the
comparing
story,
the power levels.
though.
Yeah.
I know, but that we're
It
saying
just
exactly we're
doesn't-
stripping away. Didn't we not just say we're stripping away, like?
But you're
What
but you're
our personal
referencing
thoughts on
you're
it?
referencing a specific thing that has to do with the
I
story.
am. Didn't
and
we say we were just no?
No,
no,
I
thought-
see what Dylan's
power
saying.
level-
He's
I
saying-
thought
he's
I thought
saying-
we just said we're ignoring our personal feelings on it.
I see
like,
what
we're
Dylan's saying.
ignoring-
He's saying within the context of just the Mandalorian
Okay.
and
Right.
the two scenes of just the Mandalorian. Okay, on that logic, I think Luke wins.
Right.
If you just see the two characters
Sure.
in that show,
Okay.
and that's all you've
That's
seen,
all you see. Okay.
I think
Alright.
Luke probably wins.
I get it.
But if
Exactly.
you take it to like
Okay,
the
that
macro
now
scale
I'm understanding.
and view everything
Mm.
and like the comparisons of like she's fought Grievous, Ventress,
Yeah.
Vader, like I think she would beat Luke at that point.
Right.
True. Okay,
Mhm.
that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It says all right. So all right, I'm gonna
That's
give you
just
another
me.
scenario.
Inquis- so many Inquisitors, dude. You see how she kicks those
Right.
Inquisitors' ass in Rebel Season 2? I know you just watched it.
Yeah,
In that,
and
on
she
like
does, man.
that scene where she just beats them up. It's like
I can't
Alright.
wait for the Ahsoka.
I'll give you another
show, because then I'm
scenario.
gonna reference that in this debate when
Yeah.
it comes out.
Ahsoka at her very peak and Luke at her very peak. At his very peak, sorry. They've all they're as much training as they can possibly do.
Because I think Luke
Last
is in his
Jedi
peak right
Luke is
now.
probably his I mean he's got more time to go, man. He's got what, 30 more years? Probably less than that.
He's got like
Yeah.
25, 26.
Yeah, I mean even like you see like
I think
Yoda's
Rise
much
of
stronger than
Kylo
he ever
Ren,
was, and
Luke would
Really?
beat the crap out
would
of him.
wipe her, probably, right?
You know that? Remember that scene in Rise of Kylo Ren where he's just like one-handing all of the Knights of Ren?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Luke is like the most like
Mm.
I don't know for
Okay.
sure, but I'm
Maybe.
pretty
I don't know.
positive Luke is like the most powerful Jedi ever. I mean, it's hard to get a grasp
Really?
on that.
Is that a hot take?
That's how I've always viewed it. I don't know. Maybe
In the movies, in the films alone, if that's all you're taking them, he has performed the most feats of strength.
Sure.
He's the most powerful Jedi you've seen on screen, and
Right.
probably the most true Jedi you see.
right.
You only
And
for
what's-
knowledge, and
so.
defense. You know, never attack. Like that is Last Jedi, the end of Last Jedi. He is using the Force to, just this amazing
Do
thing.
exactly that.
And
right.
then
Which is
only for
what's
defense
so
and not
interesting
attack.
about Luke is that like I mean he's been shown what a Jedi is about Obi-Wan and Yoda, and he's like, nah, you know what? Like I'm gonna follow the real Jedi path, and I'm gonna keep doing it, and he does up until his bitter end. But I don't know. I think he
it
beats
wasn't a
Ahsoka
bitter
at peak.
end, but yeah,
no.
it's a solid
No,
end.
but
It's a happy
yeah,
end.
I guess he was
Yeah.
happy at the end there. So
Yeah, I'm still gonna say.
If Vader wanted
But then
to
again,
kill-
that's the thing. I don't
So
know if
sad.
that Luke would even like if we were going real deep into this. I don't think that Luke in like sequel trilogy time would even fight.
if he had to stop her though,
He
would
could stop,
just-
like he would,
yeah.
but like I don't think he would.
you wouldn't
would
kill
never-
her, but
he
he
would
wouldn't
never
let
go for the
her kill
kill, yeah.
him. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like she could swing all she wants, but it would basically just be a dodging match. Like if you want like a fight, then I
Yeah.
think
Oh,
you have
man.
to go like between honestly like right before Return of the Jedi Luke or like Mando Luke era and Ahsoka then because that's when they both would be fighting. You know, they'd both like
Right.
get into it.
Well, I'm
Because
not
Ahsoka at
saying
that
you have
point
to-
is like
I'm not saying
weird.
you gotta kill. I'm just saying, like, if Ahsoka for some reason came and attacked Luke, he would, I think, in Last Jedi Luke and her peak, he would probably put her down. Without,
Probably.
obviously, he wouldn't hurt her or like kill her. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't work at Lucasfilm. I'm not Pablo Hidalgo. I'm sure he knows the answer.
I don't think
Probably
he cares.
not.
Yeah,
No, I
he'd
don't
be
think
like,
he
he'd be
cares
like,
I
I
don't
don't care.
think. Yeah, I would say he.
I don't think it's fun to talk about though.
Do you know what
No, it
scene
is.
is so awesome? So when Kylo versus Luke, and Luke's just like dodging Kylo's hits, and he's like spinning around and stuff. It's
so
like
great.
it's so
Pretty
great. And
cool.
he's let's see, Ellen the Ninja. I have not seen you around here. Maybe you have, but thank you for stopping
I
by.
know.
She wouldn't be able to hurt him by then in a one-on-one. Yeah, that's what I doubt she'd
Be
even be
dodging.
able to
Like
get close to him.
exactly what you're referencing in the Luke
That's
v
fair.
Kylo Ren. Like
Yep.
Right. Like yeah,
That's a
he'd
fair
just be
point.
doing
I
that.
don't know. Yeah, it's kind of an endless debate because I feel like we could like go on.
Well,
and
that's
on
why
about
that's.
it.
I mean, any debate in Star Wars is fun, right? Because you can literally pull from anywhere, and
Yeah.
I feel like that's what makes Star Wars so unique.
And I wanted to tie it back to What If without spoiling it. I had the realization today while watching the episode that I feel like Marvel has built what they've done in the last 10 years, 10 or 12 years or so now, 2021. It's really crazy to think about. But I think in that period of time, they built and established what Star Wars did with just the one movie. They have now built this world that you can just live in and just imagine anything you want in, and it has staying power. It has the ability to just
You-
exist. You can enjoy it,
Mm.
and I don't think any.
Why?
I'd credit it with.
multiverse?
Well,
Is that
yeah,
really
I'm saying.
is that what you're saying?
I'm saying probably the end of the Infinity Saga.
Yeah.
I give it credit, and the introduction of the multiverse to
Right.
the big screen. Like
Mm.
that first Star Wars movie, having just watched New Hope the other day, you're
Right.
captured. Like you could live in every facet of that world.
That's
like
fair.
in the Tatooine cantina, you're like, what's that story? What's that story? What's that story?
Mm-hmm.
Like the first
Right.
Iron Man's got cool stuff in it, but I'm not like I want to live in that cave with a box of scraps. Like no,
Yeah,
it's like I want to be
100%,
there
right.
and explore that world. You know.
I
But now that we're at
I could
What If?
I can make the argument for
See ya,
like,
Carter.
the
Thanks for
first
stopping by.
Avengers, but
I just think now that we're at What If,
I get what you're saying though.
like it feels I have the feeling now that
Lived
I'm watching
in.
this. It's like I feels lived in. I'm like
Yeah.
I'm experiencing this thing that's this big world, and I
Yeah.
think that's really cool. that they've
Yeah,
done.
no, I
Also,
agree.
I put a poll in our chat who wins Luke versus Ahsoka, and it's 50-50 right now.
But I also think, though, it's a testament to what the
Ahsoka.
power of the universe of Star Wars that it took Marvel 10 years on screen to establish
Right.
that same kind
Yeah.
of world building.
Where it's like all you gotta do is watch New Hope, and you're just like, damn,
Pretty
okay,
good idea.
I'm
Yeah.
in. Yeah,
No, that's a fair point.
The Star Wars
really
world
thought about that.
building hits different, man.
It's
it doesn't like there's literally nothing
is-
comparable. I mean, I'm sure Lord of the Rings has it.
Lord of the
I'm not a
Rings.
huge
Lord of the Rings,
fan.
I'd say, is the Lord of the Rings and
Probably
almost-
bigger.
And
There's
Could
probably
be Harry
more
Potter
Lord of the
or,
Rings
like-
than there is. I mean, there's probably more to the lore of Lord of the Rings.
the
don't
Silmarillion.
Silmarillion.
I hate it. I'm like Corey. I saw Corey and Aubrey tweeting about that.
Yeah. Silmarillion.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
The
yeah,
source
yeah,
book, the Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
source book. I think there's
Oh.
far more Star Wars lore in just the novels alone.
Oh, are you comparing Star Wars and Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how
No,
they
well,
expand.
Star Wars
how-
definitely.
Dude, people got Ahsoka in this fight, man. It is 75-25.
Let's go.
I mean, there's only 4 votes, but still.
I don't know
Hey,
what they're talking about though.
yeah, they
You
do.
know
Those
what?
are really important votes.
Yeah, those
It's
are
true.
crucial.
Yeah.
I
Also, shout out to LM for subscribing. Thank you, man. We would love to see you around more. We got a
Good to see you.
Discord
Thanks,
too.
man.
I'll pop it in the chat if you want to
Cool.
hop in.
Hopping on, hopping in,
Yep.
popping on.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I personally I enjoy that fight, or the concept of discussing it, but I just want to remind people that ultimately it doesn't matter.
I also I would rather not see them fight, and I'd rather see them
I'd
kinda
rather see them
talk about
talk
Anakin
around a
Skywalker.
campfire.
That's what we
Yeah.
need, man.
Oh, what's that? There's this really cool art piece with Ahsoka and Luke in it. Let me see if I can
I'm
find
sure
it.
there's
See it,
many,
Carter.
but I think
It's
I know
the one
you're
with
talking
the
about.
one with Luke, Leia, baby
Yeah,
Ben.
I got it.
Ahsoka.
I got it. Here,
It's
I'll
dope.
flash it on the screen because I want to show it.
Sure.
It's really
So
cool.
Dylan, I don't know what.
Actually, hold on. Give me 1 minute.
It's good.
What was that, Levi?
Nothing. I'm just trying to vibe. I'm trying to tune the music in my head.
Oh,
Like
sure.
it's just.
I'm liking the music, man.
I'm digging it now. Before it was off, but I think it's good.
I don't know how you weren't able to figure out on your solo stream how to.
I did do it. I figured it out. I liked having it up.
Yeah.
the vibe.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah,
never
he
mind.
got
No, I
it.
did it on purpose. I could have
Right.
hit it, but I didn't want to.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, because I didn't know, and it was literally just as easy as clicking the
So
the
today,
This is-
solo
I
button.
love this piece. It's so cool.
it is pretty.
Yes,
That's what I
that's
wanna
an
see.
awesome
Like,
picture.
That's exactly what I want
With
to see.
Anakin. Oh, it's
Yeah.
And it's
so
funny
good.
because this was made like years before Mando season 2.
Yeah, but she was fan cast, so
I know she was fan cast. It's just funny how things turned out. You know,
that should be. I want that piece of art commissioned. Like the
Yeah.
dice in the front.
a dice. Look, Anakin. Is
Anakin,
anybody
oh,
noticing? Yeah, in the Clone
that's-
Wars armor, by the way.
So
You
good.
can
You are
see it.
obsessed with that Clone Wars armor.
I love that look.
I swear to
so
God,
much.
you are.
I have
I'm so obsessed. with
pre-ordered
it.
the Hot Toys, so I love it. But yeah, no, I think that's so cool. I want to see that one day. But you know, so
Well, here I have a little. We can do a segment, brief segment
Oh,
interlude.
okay.
So it's
Good, I love
Wednesday.
it.
It's
My
So I went
Wednesday.
to I'm comic
Oh,
book
whoops.
shopping, as one does.
Exposed.
It's comics. Exposed. Ahsoka exposed. And I got my
Okay.
new High Republic comics, which are really great, by the way. Everyone go check them out. High Republic is so dope right now.
Yeah, I might.
So yeah, you won't. So good, but I know if you don't like it, doesn't matter. There was also there was like a flea market kind of deal going on, selling like DVDs and stuff, games. And let me go show you what I
Oh.
picked up.
He's got a
Do
little
it.
haul.
Johnny, I wanted to
video.
ask you because I went to Savers today. Do you always like kind of look for Star Wars stuff when you're there?
I mean, that's the goal, but there's
Like,
never
you
Star
go
Wars
in-
stuff there.
Exactly. I saw this Yoda, this
Coming back in.
Let me see.
I mean, I didn't get it, but I saw.
Oh,
it
the
So-
same one you
out
have.
of box. Yeah.
First,
I didn't pick
the
it
first
up, but I
item
had
here
it.
That's
is
cool.
the
Oh,
Clone
maybe I
Wars
showed-
complete season 2,
What? That's sick.
Oh, I love that.
which is
hard
dope.
case.
3 disc set.
That's awesome.
And for the first 2 seasons of the Clone Wars, which I'm currently working on buying them on eBay right now. I had no idea they did this for the Clone Wars. They commissioned these beautiful little art books. And look at
Oh,
this. So this
whoa.
is the good, the bad. It's like in like a
Oh,
That's sweet.
spaghetti
I love
western
that.
style,
Yeah.
and
That's-
it's filled with.
So-
It's filled with
Okay.
like
show that.
I'm really trying. It's filled with like art and stuff. It's
What?
It's amazing. It's a little
This
art
is crazy.
Yeah.
that they made, and this is from 2010. But yeah, it's Cad Bane with. Oh, it's so
Anakin and
cool.
Ahsoka.
They could have
It's
had that.
so
That's
cool.
awesome.
Who's the ugly? Ahsoka?
Like look at the look. So that's all
Who's-
artwork
wait,
for the
who's-
Battle of
Levi,
Geonosis. Like
who's-
I love that.
Who's the ugly?
I feel like Anakin would be the ugly, right? Not like literally
don't-
ugly, but
don't
like
I
think
know the bad would be Cad Bane.
Yeah,
I don't think it's actually the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's in that.
But I mean, if you think about it literally, like,
No, but like,
or if anything, Anakin's the bad. I mean, that's what he becomes.
nah. I mean, yeah.
I mean, how do you interpret
I don't
ugly?
know.
Is that
It's
like
Clone
literally
Wars. It's
like?
Clone Wars Anakin?
Sorry guys, I'm just distracted.
It's
'cause I'm
true.
just
It's
staring at
true.
this beautiful
We have
art.
10 people watching right now. What is up, everyone? If you are
Thank you.
new
Yeah,
to
look,
the
so
channel,
here's-
hello.
Here's Cut LaQuaine,
Levi is showing us
wow.
a cool.
Clones.
Oh,
Yeah,
they had
so
the
sweet.
like,
I just think
full
this is
models.
Yeah, I just
Model.
think this is the coolest.
So what is
thing.
that? It's an art book that came with a Clone Wars DVD,
It's
DVDs,
a
yeah.
production guide.
and you just
That's
got
awesome.
that?
Yeah, I just picked it up. Well, it came in the DVD, and so I think that's super duper sweet.
It is cool.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
plan to
that's
go to a
sweet.
comic book store tomorrow.
Johnny, you're going to Fan Expo on
Yep.
So that's one, though.
Saturday.
That's one.
Oh, you got more.
I
Okay.
have three. I got three items.
Show it,
I'll
show
just
it.
show the second one because it's not.
What's
really
up,
interesting.
Kieran? How you doing?
It's
there?
just the normal version
Good to
because I
see
didn't
you.
have it. It's just a normal Last Jedi Blu-ray. Didn't have it.
Boo! No, I'm kidding. I'm
So
kidding.
I like that. But no,
This would take a while. Maybe
Kidding.
maybe later.
we can do it in a
Clone
second.
Wars seasons.
The
then-
collector's edition
Oof, okay.
of
Maybe.
the 3D Force Awakens, which I think is super
Oh,
cool here.
I didn't even know that was the thing.
And so
Johnny,
look
me
at
and
this.
Wrench have a question for you, by the way.
How does he know about this?
I think we talked about it on Jedi Drive.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, he
So
did.
look at this.
Or you guys did.
I'm working on it right now, Wrench. Thank you.
It
for asking.
has.
Recorded it
It's
today.
like
Here, wait.
oh,
Let's put
it
let's
has
make
like
Levi big.
seams.
Yeah,
it's
make
very
it
Not that
yeah,
big.
Yeah, yeah, because he's like
How do I make it-
struggling to.
Yeah, there you
No.
go.
There you go.
Show us
Yeah,
your
it's all
stuff.
also
Levi
stuff
the
in it.
champion,
Huge. It's
our
huge
resident
set.
champion. I've never seen that before. That's
That is
insane.
crazy. Why
Isn't
doesn't
that
mine
sweet?
look that cool?
I didn't even know there was 3D DVDs for Star Wars movies.
I think
don't know
this is
how I
the
didn't know
only
that.
one that exists.
Oh, well, that would make sense.
That's so
Isn't that
cool.
I'll pull up. Maybe I'll get the production journal out again.
So where did you get this? I'm sorry. I was
It
kind of I
was
was
a-
A
typing
comic book
something.
store, right? Or
No,
is it
I
sale?
was going to the comic book store, and there was
Oh.
a flea market DVD store
Oh,
that was
That's
sort
so
of just
cool.
out.
very cool.
And I was like, hell yeah, I'll buy the Clone Wars Complete Season 2 with this amazing art book that I've never seen before. Like, usually I'm on top of that stuff. I mean, look behind me, viewer.
Oh,
Viewer
yeah.
like you. Like, I get the art books. Like, I'm
Brent
all
would
about
really.
that stuff.
You should send that to Brent. See what he
Yeah,
thinks
so
about
I'm
it.
looking, and so there's one, they stopped doing
Wrench,
them
literally
after,
fight me, dude. I know I'm right.
so they stopped doing them after the Clone Wars Season
Cage
3.
match.
I've done a
I'm
bit of
kidding.
research.
I'm kidding.
But I want to get the one for the Clone Wars Season 1 as well. I think, because I think
Mm.
that's dope.
That'd be cool, yeah, to have all those.
I think
That
that's
is
They
very
have one
very
for
cool.
every season, like probably up to 5, right?
I just explained that they stopped doing it after 3.
That's the
Right.
3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I want to
was-
get it.
I was
for,
focusing on Wrench's
yeah,
comment.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Is he giving you the business for the Hobgoblin?
Yeah, I'm
Ugly is
editing it
definitely not
tonight,
Ahsoka.
So good.
So. Yeah. Well.
So how about that, guys? I think it's a pretty good find. Got it
No,
all
that's
for
pretty
about
sweet, man.
yeah,
I gotta.
$50 there.
I was just saying to Johnny when you got up. I think you heard it, but I was at a thrift store today, and I'm always looking for Star Wars stuff like that. Like I mean, again, I saw this.
It's very hard to
out of
find.
box, obviously, and it didn't have the pendant and anything. But I saw that it had like crayon on it, so obviously I wasn't gonna buy it. But I found some like lightsabers there
have
that
mine
were
right here.
broken the next day. But I don't know.
Oh, it's green.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I don't know why why
Costco
Oh, I know why.
baby. Look, you can
why
wear
do-
the
do I have it
pendant.
on? Oh, that's why.
I agree
That's
with you.
good.
You can. I know you
There we
just
go.
got here. Which, by the way, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Glad you're watching. You can rewind a little
There.
bit. We went pretty deep into that conversation
You
on the
need
quiz.
another option. The quiz.
But
feature.
yeah.
No, I know. I kind of just threw
Another
that up
option
as
for
a.
it?
We were saying how stupid the argument is. I just think it's. I do want to see what people think, and
Wrench,
it's
I agree with
50-50, which I
you.
think is
I agree
hilarious.
with you, but I'll explain why that's not exactly the case, in my opinion.
Oh, time's $1. Do
Go
you think
ahead.
you'll do another Lego build stream? If so, give us a heads up.
Yeah, do
that
you want
we
to buy
will.
us Lego sets? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The thing is with that,
We might.
one,
I don't know.
I don't
It
have the
was-
space for Lego.
Yeah, it was.
I think, I'm
I think that was
one-off thing.
maybe a one-time thing. I don't
Was
know.
it
We'll
not?
see.
What do you mean? Like, was it not a good time? People do build streams all
No, it
the
was
time.
fun. It was just.
No, I
don't
just
know.
don't. I
It
can't
just
be
doesn't
spending
have
like
room.
$100
And,
No,
dollars
and
on Lego.
neither
That's
neither
true.
can I at this point. So, although
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, it kind of like worked out perfectly that you
I
both
brought-
got a
I
Lego
brought
at the
this
same
to
time.
my
Oh, that's
little-
sweet.
It's a little. It's cool. Yes.
Levi, Dylan will pull out his cancel Levi card if you don't put Babu Frick in that poll. You
Wait,
should-
wait.
the poll?
Can you
Dylan
end
will pull out.
Dylan, end
end
the
the poll.
poll, end the poll, and just put up a poll that's just all the
He's gonna
options
put
are
up a.
Babu Frick.
This is worth it. Is this worth
No,
it?
all the options should just be Babu.
I can do it in a second, so yeah, it's worth it.
Okay.
But it won't let me do it. One
Freak
sec.
left, Babo Freak right.
Yes.
Who
Babu,
wins?
hey! I gotta watch.
Hey!
I've been feeling kind of a Rise of Skywalker mood lately.
I remember I was in
I
watching
don't.
Rise of
I don't ever have
Skywalker.
that.
I remember I was watching Rise of Skywalker and I was
don't
like, this
ever have
movie's all right so far. And then Babu Frick came on. I looked at all the people I was there with and we're like, all right, okay,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
give it another chance.
What? Really?
Dude, Babu's
Yeah, 'cause
legit,
Babu Frick
man.
was
I don't
awesome.
know, man.
Babu's
What?
legit.
Babu's. Yeah. It's funny that was like one of the only things that people talked about. I think that was more talked about than the actual like Palpatine.
People
and all that
still
stuff,
talk about it.
Yeah.
Babu is eternal, man.
which is kind of sad.
All right,
but-
Eternal
Ask your
Babu.
community. Who wins? Babu
Johnny,
Frick
I
or
don't. You
Babu
gotta watch
Frick?
Solo. You gotta watch all these movies again, man. You're
Yeah,
like,
I'll watch them this weekend. You want to watch them this weekend? I'll do it. I have a long
Okay.
weekend this week.
I can do Saturday,
Okay.
perhaps, for chance.
We'll figure,
We're gonna watch a movie together.
I'll talk about it.
movie.
Yeah, Levi's gonna fly over to my, or I can fly to you, I guess.
Kieran
figure it
says
out.
it's funny. I have no Star Wars toys. I destroyed all my toys in about
Destroyed them?
1990. It's
Bro,
kind of a rite of
1990.
passage.
Why did you
Man,
destroy
do you
them?
regret doing that?
I
I'd
probably
regret
would.
that. That's.
I'd
I would
regret that
definitely
hard.
regret that.
I'd
Yeah.
cry if that happened.
Well, he did it, so I don't think he was.
All right,
Why
we
would
might have to.
I liked how he used the word destroy.
I don't know. I won't be rude, but we might have to keep kick Dimes per dollar out of here if we want to talk about what if, because I don't want to spoil it for you.
I would like to talk about what
But
because
I think
I
we should
don't
talk
like-
about it.
that's a big.
Well,
Well, I'm
yeah.
not gonna kick anybody out.
How much are we
but
gonna
we're
spoil? Like,
I mean, like it's not.
Yeah, it's not much you can really spoil. It's a
It's
very.
not, like it's just it's its own thing. So it's very.
Let us
like,
know what you want,
self-contained.
Dimes to $1.
yeah.
No,
down
no,
below
no,
if you-
This is we'll talk about it. Just spoilers alert. Spoiler alert. Because that's
Jeez,
that's what
Hold up. I'll put it up. All right. I guess
Yes.
I wanted to grow up. Had a lot of Star
Spoiler.
Wars toys.
I'm gonna grow up too. You know what? I'm still have my Star Wars toy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna throw them
You
out.
can-
Yeah. What?
Keep that childlike wonder. Keep it.
Okay.
Spoiler.
You ever seen a
Can we talk
Miyazaki
about-
movie? That's what they're all about.
Hmm.
Or at least
Here, let me,
Spirited
let me
Away.
do a dramatic. Let me do a dramatic. Hold on. Give me a second. Keep talking.
Okay. Wrench, we were talking about Lord of the Rings. And
I enjoy it greatly.
yeah, I like the movies. I mean,
I
I've
cannot
read The
wait
Hobbit.
for that Gollum game.
I'm a big, in terms of nerd stuff, huge Tron fan. Love
Okay.
Speed Racer.
Dramatic
I'm just a
red
cinema
bubble.
guy. I watch a lot of cinema
Okay.
Cinema.
Cinema. I've been watching many
film.
I'm a
great
cinema- I'm
movies
a
lately,
cinema
and my
man.
letterbox is all 4 and 5 stars because I've only been watching good movies.
Yeah, Dylan was browsing through mine and watched Paper Moon from.
It was so good.
1973.
Oh my God,
It's
it
one of
was
the.
so good.
I love that movie. It's
Well, I also
Mhm.
watched it because they were saying. I mean, John is always going on about how Mando is kind of inspired.
John Favreau.
in
by the way,
part.
not-
Yeah, John Favreau is always
Not me.
how Paper Moon, and so Paper Moon basically was an inspiration for the Mandalorian, being Grogu and Din. So that,
I love it
mean,
so much.
you thinking Din Grogu's coming back?
It's a
basically?
movie made in the 70s that, if I was not told it was made in the 70s, you could convince me it was made in the 30s.
Oh yeah,
It's so good.
I mean, it's
it's-
black and white, and
it's
it
a period piece. Well, just the way it was shot, like
yeah,
oh, it's so good.
good stuff.
Hmm.
But we're not talking about spoilers.
Yeah,
for Paper
spoilers
Moon.
for Paper Moon.
We're ta-
Spoilers
Yeah.
for What If, guys.
What
Spoilers
if?
for What If. So
We're talking about-
basically, Dr. Anakin Strange here, straight up.
That is, yeah, it's kind of like, that.
that's
funny.
the whole.
Yeah,
That's the story.
honestly.
is, What if Doctor
I really-
Strange was Anakin?
This I don't know if last week's. I think this might have been my favorite. I think it was last week's or this week.
I think this week's was my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Just because it was so different. I mean, for some reason, I
was,
go into these expecting these more, not
it
kid oriented,
felt
because
like a,
Marvel. I don't know. It definitely. When you think of animation, and even I, who like loves animation stuff, is like it's kind of sometimes oriented toward kids a little more. Like that's
Right.
in the West especially, but
Mhm.
like this was so dark. Like if I was a
felt
kid, I
like
would like not like this.
Yeah, it felt like a
It was nutty.
I don't know why I just thought about this, like a Black Mirror episode. It was like
Yeah,
that.
Good
It
these
really
all kind of
felt
feel like, but yeah,
anthology.
yeah.
I don't think so. I think this one
This
felt
one
the most.
especially.
Last week was
Yeah.
the first inkling of something really dark where the
Yeah.
Hulk exploded. I felt gross. I was like, that was disgusting.
Well, yeah, and like Hank Pym's like whole.
He's nuts, and I was like,
right,
Thanks.
yeah.
And honestly,
mess.
every subsequent episode makes me more and more excited to see the show. And I don't know if you saw this, but the showrunner said that this is going to be an annual thing. They're just going to do one of these every year.
Wow.
What a what if every
A what
year?
if? Yeah,
That's crazy.
I mean, it's
What?
already
Also,
it's already been
Where did you see
confirmed.
that?
Season 2. That's already been.
Right, I knew that.
This is the first time the Watchers like interacted with one of the characters,
that
right?
too, yeah, that was.
No,
was
I
pretty
love
cool.
that.
That was
I was
crazy.
like,
And
man,
that's like his one rule was like I don't interact. Like I just watch.
you can't change it. I mean, that universe was
Yeah.
literally destroyed, so he wasn't like like that was literally the
It's
only
true.
That was it.
person in existence, and he was just like, "Sorry,
No,
Chief."
sorry, man.
Right. But also like
Did
just
you,
Doctor
did you,
Strange
did you
becoming
think
the
that,
like
did you think the Watcher was gonna help him
Lovecrafting.
at the end?
No, I almost
No.
cried, dude. That whole,
Dude,
I was,
same.
I was like,
Straight up. I was
This
like
is
literally like tearing
bad.
up. And it's like the
Bunch of
just, like-
babies over here, huh?
I guess so. man.
eh, you have
I
no
just didn't
soul. What happened to your soul, Johnny?
I just didn't
kidding.
expect it to go that dark, man. I just did not expect it to
Oh, we
go
can talk
that
about Spider-Man.
I definitely didn't expect that either. That was yeah. I loved like the part where he was just getting so obsessive with trying to save Christine, and like that whole like montage of him like retrying and retrying and nothing
Right.
worked. Like that
It
was
was brutal.
so
It was
compelling.
emotional.
It was yeah. They nailed that episode. They nailed that episode.
I
So
think
so well. So-
I'm most
so good.
excited now for the Gamora Thanos episode and like the Vision Ultron
That's gonna be
one.
fun.
Like there's such
Vision
cool
Ultron
ones
was
that are
gonna be
left.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excited
Yeah.
for the zombies one too. Should be
I'm
cool.
the least excited for the zombie. Man. It's so funny. This
Whatever,
guy
man.
over here, this zombie man, little Rob Zombie.
Zombies,
I just
huh?
want to see Spider-Man, so I think maybe that's part of it too. But also, I want to see Marvel Zombies. I think that's a cool.
Yeah, there's not really much to spoil with this, other than that. And I sort of gave away my
I would
biggest
give it a
takeaway.
watch. Like it's just like watch it. It's like
My-
so good.
My biggest takeaway was earlier in the stream what I said about how Marvel has established this world now that I
Yeah.
feel like like I don't need.
Right.
I am so into the world that there's so
Mhm.
much established now. Like I was
Mhm. You
thinking
can
about
do
the
anything, and
film
you can do
Doctor
stuff like that.
Strange while I
Yeah.
was watching this movie, and I was like,
Right.
man, I haven't watched that movie in like a year or two. But I
that
haven't
was
seen it.
Benedict Cumberbatch, right?
I think it sounded so.
I don't think
Sometimes it
so.
sounded like Troy Baker, and I was like, I think
Ooh,
it's
good Troy
Benedict.
Baker vibes, really?
I think it's Benedict. Anyway,
I mean, I'm gonna look it up.
I think it was Benedict.
Keep talking.
But like the fact that I hadn't seen the movie in a while, but I'd seen it like 3 or 4 times, so it's good in my mind. But I was like, that's also part of the MCU, and it's this wonderful story that's super unique and has. I thought about all the cool visual shots that were in that movie, like
Yeah,
the
it was
ghost,
him.
the ghost fight. Remember the
Wow.
ghost fight with Christine in the hospital? That like she's finding out that he's Doctor Strange, and it's like moving.
Yeah.
I was thinking of that scene, and like when
Right.
he's fighting the Caecilius's like guys and like sending him through portals
No, I
and stuff.
don't.
And I was like, that's all in that movie, and that's part of the MCU,
See, yeah,
and I
you-
loved it. And I'm like, I love that
don't
stuff.
remember why Christine didn't go with Strange in the original movie, like in the car.
I'm pretty sure she was already there.
Okay.
She was just there.
I couldn't remember. Yeah, I couldn't remember the situation, but
I think
yeah,
it was late.
that one was really good, really good.
But my point though being is that like, and I already made it. It's a world now, and seeing this like twist of it
Mhm.
is just enjoyable in its own right, and I think that's
Yeah.
something really special. But yeah, there's
100%.
not really anything to spoil. So,
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know. I like.
bro,
just
though, I felt for that
genuinely-
gnome. I felt for that gnome. I was like,
Oh,
damn,
yeah.
dude.
No.
Yeah, the gnome.
Yeah. I thought all those. I guess. I mean, it says spoil. Dimes doesn't care. All those like monsters that he was pulling out that like were just animated differently.
2D,
and
so cool.
yeah, and I thought it kind of
They-
made me wish that the whole style was more in line with that. It reminded me of Trigger at times. This episode
Mm.
where like it had a lot.
Yeah.
of
I'm
explosions and
glad
stuff,
they
yeah.
utilized animation and made the magic like really cool. Not that it's been cool in the live action
Mm.
movies, but like I feel like they pushed it to another level in this episode, which I was really happy with because like utilize that medium like and I think they did really well. So
Alright, I'm
Right.
gonna put the kibosh on this real quick.
Mhm.
I don't want to rank the Clone Wars seasons because the show's seasons are not like connected at all.
yeah, it's hard.
Like
to
Yeah,
the
it
first
is
3
that.
seasons are all mixed up.
If you want to, if you want to do
I'll-
arcs,
I'll rank them. I'll rank the seasons because there's not that many. There's only 7,
Yeah.
and I have them pretty good in my brain. But I just want to like the
I don't even
seasons
know what
are
mine would be.
not
Yeah, I don't have-
indicative, really, of the
Uh,
quality of the chronological order of the show because it's not in order. So it's
like
annoying.
5, 4, 2. No.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's,
What is
that's
yours,
tough.
Levi? Because I'm trying to. I don't have it.
I would go
Like
5,
5, 4,
5, 2, 3,
2,
4.
7.
Oh, 7. Jesus.
What is this code?
5, 4.
I think they're all good. Okay, one's at the bottom. That's all I have to say. It's
5,
one.
4, 2,
One
7.
is at the end.
5,
I
4, 2,
like
7,
Star Wars.
6, 1.
Yeah, 6 and 1 are at the bottom.
So yeah.
That's it.
Bobby Frick won the poll,
Yeah,
by the way.
and I think that would be it. I think that would be it. 5, 4, 2, 7.
We can talk about Spider-Man
6, 1.
too because I watched Spider-Man 2.
I'm literally before I hopped on here, I was just watching it. You watched
What's that,
Spider-Man
Spider-Man 2?
Yeah,
That makes me very happy. Good.
I don't
Great
think.
movie.
Great movie.
I think
No, it's not.
that. I think yes. I was
You're
gonna say.
wrong.
I think the Maguire trilogy is just an weensy bit overrated. I think the movies are still really good. I think the
It's
second one
fair.
is way better than the first one. I think the second one's eons better than the first one.
I wouldn't say.
But
yeah,
the
you
weakest
know,
part
that's
is
a little
still
dramatic.
I think the acting is way overrated.
The acting's not all there.
There's some poor acting. in that
Even
movie.
from Toby, it's not all there.
There's some poor acting.
I don't agree.
I was watching it with my girlfriend and she just could not stop laughing at his faces. Like this is the
I don't
faces
agree.
that Toby Maguire was making. I mean,
I don't agree. He's
like-
supposed to have that face.
like when
It's just
he
like
was
something when he's like
like,
talking to
what-
Green Goblin, he's like, "Hey, Gobby."
when he
I
was
don't agree.
stopping the train,
Yeah.
she was laughing out loud because it looked like he was taking
About
a
to shit himself? Well, how do you think that would feel?
so, and
How do
I
you think
couldn't
he would feel?
I
Levi?
couldn't unsee
What do you
it.
want him to go like?
No, I was mad at her because like stop ruining the scene.
Yeah.
But then I was like,
But-
I couldn't unsee it. He was just going.
I mean, that has been a meme
Like, the
for so
face
long.
Imagine-
I was like,
Like that is
Imagine how painful that is.
I don't care. I tried to ration. It's still a
I
great
don't-
movie. Spider-Man
I
2 is
don't- I don't
excellent.
agree. I think Toby is freaking fantastic, and the
I
man
know.
has
I'm not saying
so much
Toby
range.
isn't fantastic. I'm just saying the direction and like some of the takes they chose to use.
The direction's great. Sam Raimi's amazing.
Sam Raimi is nuts in some of those scenes.
It
Like,
does look just like the comic panel that it's like.
in the first one,
referencing.
there is just some goofy stuff that did not need to be there. Like when he's
I
turning
mean, the
into
Okay.
third
spider,
one. The
when
third
he's
one is
turning into the
literally-
spider and there's like skulls flashing on the screen, I was laughing out loud. I was like, why? I was like, what
Also,
does that
remember
mean?
the
Okay.
pumpkin bombs and they like turn them into
They're
like
sick?
CGI
Into
skeletons.
skeleton? I love that.
It's
I,
so
thought, I, thought that, I thought that
funny.
was cool.
No, it's cool. It's just like I hope when they do that, or I hope they do that.
Imagine
in
having
the new
fun with
movies,
the
and I
movie,
hope they-
guys.
I had fun with it. Just
Yeah.
listen to
I'm
you, this
kidding,
guy.
I'm
I
kidding,
loved
I'm
it. I
kidding,
loved it.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
As I said, the chat's
Um,
talking about Clone Wars. Karen's talking about Clone Wars. I think yeah, Siege of Mandalore's top, Mortis arc is high, and Umbara arc's up there. I think that's a
Yeah, that's a
universally
good. That was a good
accepted-
arcs.
accepted
I
theory.
love the
Yeah, if we
Umbara.
if
of
we
the
want
Clone
to do
Wars.
arcs, that's a difference.
Umbar just feels so different, man. Like it just
It
like
is.
I don't know. I
It
know
hits
it's different, but
It is
yeah.
different.
it
But for
hits
me
really
though,
different.
my personal favorite will always and forever be the second Battle of Geonosis. That is my personal favorite arc.
Hmm.
Johnny
season
really
10.
likes droids. The
Just like
droid
George
arc.
Lucas. Just like the great
Yeah.
Eber Gascon is my boy.
Goated.
season 2 is like low key my favorite
My
season
boy.
of Clone Wars. So
My boy. Yeah.
sorry everybody.
Sorry.
And so I know this is we're going back. a bit,
Cat
but
Bane's just really cool.
with Spider-Man 3. So basically, correct me if I'm wrong, but basically Sony was like, all right, we need you to put all these villains in this movie. We
Yes.
gotta
No,
stack it up.
no,
And Sam
no,
Raimi was like, I
no.
don't want to do that.
Didn't they
No.
do it with Venom? I swear to God, they were like, "Hey,
So
put Venom
so
in."
so
like-
he wanted to make a movie about Spider-Man versus about Sandman, and
Yeah,
they
right.
made him add Venom.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah. And they were gonna still have the new goblins and stuff.
well, yeah,
Okay.
that was set up in the end.
But Venom
Yeah,
was
that's
the like they were like add Venom.
Venom was the thing that kind of botched the whole movie.
So he had to work it. All right.
Venom
got
is
it.
a real like shot in the side to that film. Like, it doesn't-
Yeah, you
and,
can
and I,
you can
and I
feel
think
it. Yeah.
and I think and Sam Raimi has like gone out and said like that's a bad movie. Like he knows it's a bad movie. So it's funny, but
Wasn't wasn't Tobey Maguire like really upset they didn't get a
No.
fourth one?
all right.
I mean, it was set up for I mean, everyone thought there would be a fourth one. They like had it
yeah,
not ready,
I'll-
obviously.
Let me
but,
let
like,
me
there
get
was,
let
like,
me
promotion.
I'll get into that in a second. Hold on.
Wasn't there a team for
Buddha Man, Yoda Man.
Yoda man.
Yoda man. All right, so Spider-Man 4, yeah. So Sam Raimi still really wanted to make a fourth movie and wanted it to be the best Spider-Man movie that he's made so far. And he was really pumping it up and was getting really excited about it. But meanwhile, Sony was kind of at a spot where they wanted to reboot, and so Sam had the decision to either I guess follow what they say and make Spider-Man 4. But he's also getting bogged down because, like, I mean, you got to think about it. The man like did like nonstop work for the first three. Like, you got to think about. So he was like still working in the middle of working on Spider-Man 2 while Spider-Man 1 came out. Like, he's way ahead of the game. He was he grinding it out.
Spider-Man 4. Mindset.
Yeah, like constantly. Like there's so many interviews with like crew members that like Sam did not take a break, like at all. But so Spider-Man 4, yeah, that was
the remissing.
Yeah, so Sony wanted to reboot. They had intentions to reboot anyways, but again, there's not a lot of information about Spider-Man 4 besides Vulture was going to be the villain, probably played by John Malkovich. Mysterio would have been in there for the first beginning scene, and yeah, I think those are the big things. But yeah, I would really like to see that one day, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen.
It'll never happen. I mean, what we're getting now is probably the
never say never, but
Spider-Man 4.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, Kieran, I hope that they but they release some of the unreleased Clone Wars arcs as movies, and it's been alluded to that might happen.
Let's do that.
I mean, Disney knows that people love the Clone Wars.
Hey, speaking of let's doing something, can we please change our
logo
icon, please?
It's Dylan. Not. I don't.
It's Dylan holding us back.
I don't know if I like this logo enough to make the I don't know. I can't let go.
You need to sit down, our visual person, and figure it out.
I think we all need to sit down again.
Rank Rebel
and reevaluate.
4, 3, 2, 1. It gets better.
4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's good.
It starts great and it ends excellent.
Yeah.
Well.
I always get Johnny by going fast and like really liking something. He goes,
wait,
you
almost got me.
You almost got him.
Yeah.
I just missed what happened.
Spider-Man 4 would have been really cool, but yeah, again, they had intentions to reboot like way in advance. So Sam was just
then we got Andrew.
Yeah, do I want to invest myself in like a whole nother movie now? Well, they already have intentions to reboot. Obviously, he ended up not. So,
Toby loved being Spider-Man, though, right? Like he was so on board. I
there's
remember
an
him
interview-
talking very optimistically. He's like, "Oh, the
There's an
fourth
interview
one,
with
though."
him about Spider-Man 4, like when they were like a couple days before it got canceled.
Do we know what it was going to be about?
Yeah, I told you, Vulture.
He did just say Vulture. Mysterio.
I'm sorry, I was.
Vulture
spacing out,
was
I
going to
guess.
be the villain, probably played by John Malkovich, and Mysterio would have been in it for a little bit in the first
That
scene,
would
I
have been so
believe.
cool.
Probably I think played by Bruce Campbell.
Ah,
That would have been sweet.
Would he have been?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You don't know. We don't have that. We don't have those answers.
Speaking of Mysterio,
What?
I just watched Nightcrawler.
Jake
Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Very good movie.
Very good.
Great movie. Love that movie. What were we gonna say? Levi?
I was gonna ask if he was gonna be like No Way Home Mysterio or like actually magical.
No, he would have been like here. Keep talking. I'll pull up some stuff.
Has Mysterio ever actually had magic?
No.
I thought he.
Well-
I thought he generally never really like.
Well, I
mean,
mean, like, not the way that he is in like No Way Home is the drones and stuff, and that's like
Yeah, like he is an illusionist, and like he's a special effects artist, and he always has been. So here is, let me see. So this is
best
actually-
comment of all time.
No problem, man.
Wow,
Sometimes that
Wrench.
happens. Why didn't
Wow,
Sam Raimi?
I can't believe he just said that.
Why didn't Sam Raimi do No
what
Way
the-
Home instead of Multiverse of
Because
Madness?
Sam Raimi
Dude.
had to come in halfway through of Multiverse of Madness when Scott Derrickson left the project. So
I mean,
Sam Raimi
assuming
was
those
not the first pick.
assuming those movies have some kind of connection, considering Doctor Strange is in No Way Home, like maybe there is some
No,
more Spider-Man action.
Well, maybe.
Here,
Oh,
actually, I'm gonna go
but the
through
question,
I'm
the
gonna go
question
through
is,
the
why didn't
storyboards
Sam
from
Raimi do
Spider-Man
No
4.
Way Home? It's because
Right.
John Watts delivered on the first two. No one gives John Watts any credits for making two really great Spider movies, in my opinion. Why do you hate? Anyway,
I don't hate it. I never said I hate it.
But so he was already signed on to do 3, so
Right,
they couldn't
he
just
was
like
signed on
replace
to
him.
do it, yes.
But then Scott Derrickson, the
He's
director
not
of
a
Doctor
bad
Strange,
director by any means. It's just
I know.
there's
But Scott
issues.
Derrickson, the director of Doctor
Can
Strange.
we go through the Spider-Man 4 storyboard?
Also, I wanted to go through the Visions merch because it looks so sick.
Can we
and
do
it
this first,
it
then
reveals a
after
lot.
that?
Yeah.
Can
We'll
we
end
do
it
this?
off with the Visions merch.
Okay.
Love
Thank
fun.
you. Thank you for entertaining me. So this is some of the storyboards that got released like a long time ago, but I just wanted to go through it. So this is like Spider-Man stuff. So that's Vulture. Would have been cool Vulture stuff. Cool battle Vulture stuff. That's him throwing a gargoyle, not a character. Yeah, it would have been cool Vulture stuff. Here's the Mysterio scene. This would have been in the beginning of the film. And he's like,
Oh, why is he
he's
fat?
Damn,
kind of
it's
fat.
huge.
Yeah, like he would have been played for jokes. Like he wouldn't have been taken seriously.
I'm sure people would have loved that.
And this is Spider-Man walking him to the New York City police department precinct. And that's Bruce Campbell. Supposed to be Bruce Campbell. But yeah, there's some more. Yeah, this is like Vulture throwing like these like blades on his wings into Spider-Man. That's him. Some more shots. Yeah, he would have fought a helicopter. Would have been kind of cool. That's some more Spider-Man stuff.
I didn't know about
MJ.
this.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's crazy.
I don't really know what this one's about. It could be MJ.
It's nuts that Gwen Stacy
I'm sorry. They had Black Cat. Black
was
Cat was supposed to be in this movie too.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yes,
that
Black
funny?
Cat
Yeah,
was supposed to
right,
be in
that's
this
so
movie
funny.
too. And I don't. It's all right, but I don't know why that's in there.
Japanese Spidey eyes.
Yeah, she would have been. She would have been in it as well.
Any idea when the next Spider-Verse is like?
It's supposed to come out in
Next year.
2022.
Next year. Okay.
We'll see next year.
Please don't get pushed back because I'm so excited for that.
No, I don't think it will.
It was supposed to come out this year, I think.
Gotcha.
So
Alright.
here, hold on.
Pull it up.
Good man.
So this is just the official drop. There's more.
Oh yeah, there's Visions merch. Yeah, is it like shirts and stuff, or is it like collectible stuff? Like
So this is the one on StarWars.com right now.
Oh, I wonder if we're gonna do Black Series for Visions.
So this is
Isn't
the
that
one,
would-
maybe.
Wild.
So this is the one on.
That would be a cool Vision series.
This is the one on StarWars.com. I've seen
That
more
excites me.
because I've looked at it.
Okay.
But
to full screen this
StarWars.com
so
is
I
built to
can
reveal the
see
official
it.
Star Wars Visions apparel. Blah 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 blah.
I like that sweatshirt. I can already see it.
But let's just take a look at some of the merch, which I think looks insanely
Is that
dope.
supposed to be? Oh, that's just a Mandalorian. I thought.
Like,
I
look
thought
at
that was
that.
supposed
But
to
this
be-
is the Star Waver, which is the band.
Star Waver.
That's cool.
That's sick.
But this is the one.
that.
This is the TOB one. You know, twins and
Mhm,
whatnot.
yep.
But this
That's
is the
cool.
one that is
I think
of
you
plot
can just
relevance.
wait. You don't. You need to keep clicking.
Look at
out,
the
you can just
battle
hit the arrow, Levi, to go to the next picture. But what is that one? What is that one?
This is for the one that we don't really know much about. I think this is the
Oh.
wedding one. So
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
here's the wedding, the Jedi. Look at Twi'lek here. Look at these characters, the
Yeah.
Abyssian, and there's battle droids. Like, does this
That's
take
cool.
place during the Clone Wars? Like, I was like, this looks sick. And so
Yeah.
this one,
Right.
I had no idea. Like,
I
there
like
was
that
going to
one.
be droids in the show.
Me neither. I thought
Like
this
that
one was
era.
going to be
No,
totally
wasn't there? I
disconnected
thought there was a
from.
concept. I thought there was a concept piece that had a droid in it.
I
Could've
didn't know about a
sworn
B1
had a battle droid.
Like,
I thought
I-
it had a B1 like maybe
well,
it
maybe
was
modified, but like
modified,
one of
yeah.
the ones from like Ronin or the Duel. But like
Yes,
this
I
is
know-
like
I know
full
what
on
I'm
like
thinking about.
in.
Yeah,
That's
this
full
is
B1. Yeah.
Which I'm like, that looks sick. Like just
That
this
does
image
look
right here
awesome.
looks like such a cool story.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
oh,
that
I
should
love
be
the
cool.
flames burning on the water.
Is that
as
like
the-
a grasshopper looking person on the far bottom
this?
right?
No, she just
Or is
has
that-
she's
that's
She's
a
got like
hat on.
things in her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's a little small. So.
And there's some
The
sweet
socks.
socks.
Oh, those socks.
That's cool.
Oh, is that like
Which-
everybody? That's
which I would
those
wanna
are
buy.
pretty
It's
dope
It's a lot of
socks.
characters.
I'm gonna get those.
I don't like
Those are
socks like that.
dopes.
I'm not. Yeah,
That's
Oh,
sick.
right. that is cool.
Is that supposed to be C3?
Wait, that's super
it is,
cool, yeah.
Are they appearing in
I
anything?
want that.
This might be a dumb question. Is
No, I don't
I mean, not that
Superhero-
we know of.
Well, not yet.
Give me the Lop and Ocho socks.
I think it's said right here that even though they're not appearing, yeah, they don't appear. Oh, they might appear in A short, but they don't appear in the dual short.
Right.
Right.
So was there other merch that wasn't on the Star Wars website?
Well, there is supposed to be because I saw people
No.
on Twitter talking about it. I don't see you can even see in the socks here. Like, look, like this is stuff that
Oh, right.
is
Yeah,
released, but,
picture of
but there's no picture.
Dude, but I just started to think a Visions Black series would be like a Visions Black series, like series or a wave would be like super freaking cool.
I just wanted to point out the battle.
I would
droids.
love to
I
see
didn't know
that.
that was like going to be a thing, and so that means one of the stories is set during the Clone Wars, and I'm like,
Right.
hell's to the yeah, give me anime.
Yeah,
Clone
give
Wars.
me more of that. Yeah, I love that. I'm so excited for Visions, man.
I know Visions.
That's this month, isn't that
Do
wild?
we have a plan for that?
It's in 3 weeks.
3 weeks, so we got time. Yeah, we gotta figure out how we're gonna attack that, because
3
It's a
separate
lot.
streams, all watching different ones.
yeah. Okay, can we do that? Can we have like separate streams on one channel? I don't
No,
think so.
that would be a horrible. Thanks,
That was
Dan
good.
Grievous.
Okay.
Thank
Hey,
you,
shout out to Dan
Grievous.
Grievous for uploading.
Shout out to Dan Grievous.
uploading a clip on
I almost
YouTube.
just impromptu did a gaming stream the other day, just like on Twitch.
Just do it.
Yeah.
You've
Times
been
to
saying
dollars.
this
I
for
was
a
gonna
while.
play
Just
some
do
Dead
it.
by Daylight.
Load.
Just do it.
Yeah,
I approve. Just do
yeah,
it.
I might. I would. Yeah, I
Do
don't
it
know.
if you
I
want to.
didn't.
I want you
but-
to.
Well, I think we're 111 here going in. We should probably wrap up the stream pretty soon.
Yes, I have something.
I don't think that arc is slept on in any sense. I think people love that arc.
No, people love that arc.
I don't know what you're saying.
Good arc.
Yeah. Wait. What now? That arc
I haven't
is
heard
not
someone
slept
talk
on.
about it in a while.
That arc
But
is talked about quite a lot. So.
Johnny,
Got it, guys.
Time
Nailed it.
season where he starts to mutate. Oh yeah, it's great. It's so good. I love it. Mutate. Yeah.
Hey, but thank you guys for
Season
watching.
Season three is amazing. So Wrench, I'm glad you.
Thank you, everyone. Give us your
like it.
parting words.
Give us some parting words.
Do it.
Or not.
Let's go. Dons wants that gaming stream, man. Maybe one
Just
day.
do it, Dylan.
Just do it. You're like
Just
Shia LaBeouf.
Do it.
No. So
7
Alright.
cancel Levi. Oh, I didn't even use my cancel Levi card. Was that revoked?
I'll give you.
I don't
7
remember what
cancel
happened with
Levi.
that.
Wow.
7 of them. Okay.
Oh,
That's
it's only like
deal
a
I can't-
one-time use thing. Oh, okay.
Mm.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think we all do have other things to do, though.
Yes,
I know I
trying to
do.
Be, so
A little bit.
okay. I
So
do too.
thank you guys for watching another All New Nerds live stream.
Yay!
Oh,
Hopefully,
yeah.
we'll
This is a
get you
fun
some-
one.
Some more content soon. I really
It was
enjoyed
awful.
this one. Yeah.
Saw some
was
new
awful.
faces in the
It was
chat.
awful.
That's always good. That's always good to see.
I hate.
But,
this
love
channel
seeing.
so much.
Love seeing Mug.
Worst channel.
Still
on
going
Oh,
with
YouTube.
that joke. I love
Definitely
Wars.
not Pug.
that. Not Pug.
No,
Definitely
it's
not.
Mug. It's Mug.
Mug.
Who's Pug? I don't know what you're talking about.
We got dimes, $1. We got Wrench, and we got Kieran in the chat. Yeah, there's a lot of you. So thank
That was
you for
awful.
coming by. And
Bye, guys.
Levi, you're canceled.
No!